We'll hear from some of the Canadians who made it out alive. Stay with us.
Coming up next on the News Hour, tragedy in paradise. Global News has obtained new exclusive video of the explosion aftermath captured by an Alberta man on vacation in Mexico. Plus, the latest count of our city's homeless population shows progress is being made in the fight to end homelessness in Edmonton. And Hope or Hype, a new procedure now available in our city, claims to melt away fat and cellulite painlessly. But does it actually work? That's next at 6 on the News.
If soap dries itself out over time, imagine what it can do to your skin over time. But Dove isn't soap. It contains 1/4 moisturizing cream with its mild cleansers. So your skin can hold on to more of its moisture time after time. Everyday moisture is the key to beautiful skin. And who knows moisture better than Dove?
We have infiltrated the ministry.
On November 19th,
it's really worked.
There is nowhere left to hide.
There's no one we can trust. Nobody else is going to die. Not for me.
Starts November 19th.
No other brand has more 2010 top safety picks from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety than Toyota. Now, during Toyota's More For You 2010 Clear Out, you can get up to $3,500 off 2010 Corolla and Matrix. See all our amazing clear out offers at toyota.ca.
I don't feel my age, and I don't want my skin to show it.
Gold Bond Ultimate Restoring Lotion. Moisturizers, vitamins, and restoring CoQ10 help my skin look younger.
Here's the skin I remember.
Gold Bond Ultimate Restoring.
This stuff really works.
Global Edmonton and our news.
For me, it's on the go. That's the most important thing, being able to watch the news on the go.
Global News has so many options for watching the news.
Global Edmonton.
It's our city, our news.
Global Edmonton.
Most of us come home from vacation with some happy memories. Not so for the 700 Canadians at the Grand Riviera Princess Hotel in Mexico. Here is more of what they experienced in the blast early Sunday morning in their own words.
We were having breakfast at the buffet, and when the explosion hit, it impacted, the restaurant shook. The windows splat, like, you know, shake.
That was an earthquake.
We thought it was an earthquake at the beginning.
Was there people screaming and yelling? What kind of commotion was going on?
Oh, yeah, everybody running outside. Because everybody was in the pool. Everybody started running around. Nobody knew what happened, so it was pretty scary.
The lobby was actually, there was no lobby at the end.
No. Oh, it all collapsed. The roof collapsed, everything.
The floor collapsed in. People were stuck underneath, apparently.
Horrible scene, like, very scary, very scary. Very thankful to be back, because we're 49 of us and we're all here alive back, and I feel my sympathy goes to all those loved ones that lost. You know, they go for vacation, they're going to return back with a casket, and that's pretty sad.
I feel really sad. I feel really bad. That I just can't say.
And that is Global National for this Monday. For updates on the situation in Playa del Carmen, you can log on to globalnews.ca. I'm Donna Friesen. Hope you can see us again tomorrow.
It's Monday, November 15th. You're looking live at the Global Edmonton studios. We are unveiling a brand new look tonight, becoming the first station in the city to broadcast in high definition.
Tonight on the News Hour.
Holiday horror story.
Quite tragic. We were a very close family.
An Edmonton area grandmother is among 5 Canadians killed in an explosion in Mexico, making a difference.
So a significant reduction from our count 2 years previous.
New numbers show that there are fewer homeless people living on our city streets. And is our healthcare system in crisis?
I'd rather be home in bed.
In a special series, we'll take you inside an emergency room to see the problems of long wait times and bed shortages firsthand.
Now from Global Edmonton, the News Hour with Gord Steinke and Linda Steele.
Good evening. A tropical vacation turned into a nightmare for hundreds of Canadians on Sunday. All of it caught on camera in exclusive video Global News has obtained.
Sunday morning, an explosion rocked a Mexican resort, killing 5 Canadians, including 3 Albertans. It happened at the Grand Riviera Princess Hotel in Playa del Carmen, about 70 kilometers south of Cancun. As investigators comb through the rubble, airlines and tour companies are working to bring guests home. Aaron Chalmers reports.
Everything just fucking blew up.
I don't know.
Good night.
Panic, confusion, tragedy.
People were crying and yelling and screaming, and it was just chaos, total chaos.
Still in shock, Wayne Jensen looks over the video he took. Wayne and his girlfriend were going for coffee when they heard the explosion Sunday morning.
We were asking if we could help, if there's anything we could do for first aid as far as helping people, because you could see the roof had collapsed in on, and there was a big crater where the floor used to be. And we knew there was people in there, but they wouldn't let us in.
Pam Bosnack and Karen Murphy were also at the resort. Both are registered nurses, skills that were put to use that morning.
We're just so grateful that we could be there to help these people. Our hearts go out to the families. I can't say how much we feel for the victims and their families.
Investigators are still trying to determine what exactly happened, but believe the explosion was caused by natural gas from a nearby swamp that built up under the hotel and somehow ignited.
Literally, for me, 5 minutes before the explosion, I was standing right there. And I'm grateful it wasn't my time. And I know that walking back over that bridge, we never expected to see what we saw.
Although this was an accident, the incident has frightened many. WestJet sent a plane to Cancun to pick up at least 36 Canadians who wanted to cut their vacation short.
Some of the emails I got this morning, people are scared. They will not go to Mexico.
Travel agencies are also dealing with people wanting to cancel their Mexican vacations, even those booked at different resorts.
Mexico will have to really redeem itself somehow in order to get back the tourists.
You know, it's still surreal, and it's starting to sink in.
For Wayne, he couldn't get home soon enough, enjoying the comforts of his own house while trying to come to grips with what he witnessed. Aaron Chalmers, Global News.
The families of the 5 Canadians killed are struggling as they deal with the horrific reality of what happened, while at the same time trying to make arrangements to bring the bodies of their loved ones home.
3 of the victims are from Alberta: 51-year-old Darlene Ferguson, a lab technician who lived near Ardrossan, and 41-year-old Christopher Charmont and his 9-year-old son John from Drumheller. Vanesh Pratap has more.
These photos, taken by an Edmonton tourist a week ago, is near the spot where the blast happened in the hotel. On Sunday, 51-year-old Darlene Ferguson, who lived near Ardrossan, was walking with her grandson when the blast happened. Darlene was killed.
And my brother had found her, and they said she was awake, and she says, I think I broke some ribs. And but the injuries were far more extensive than that, obviously.
Ferguson, along with numerous family members from the Edmonton area, had been at the resort since last Wednesday for her son's wedding. She planned on staying a few extra days with her husband Bruce to celebrate their anniversary.
It's quite tragic. We were a very close family. I mean, she was just ecstatic about the holiday. She was looking forward to the wedding and everything else, and a very vibrant moment. So every day was a happy day for her. She was a very positive person and loved by everyone.
Chris Charmont and his son John also died. The pair had gone down to the lobby while Chris's wife and daughter remained in their room. Back in Drumheller, friends are remembering a committed father.
I think everybody tries to focus on the good parts, but it doesn't change the pain that comes with not being able to rationally understand how half of a family can be there one moment and gone the next.
At John's school, flags have been lowered. His grade 4 class was told the news Monday morning.
It's pretty rough in there. We've got our teacher in there. We've got some of the moms came in this morning as well. We do have one of our grief counselors from the school division in spending the day in there as well. So yeah, it's rough for them today.
What was a carefree holiday has turned into something no one could have imagined. Instead of coming home with good memories, families will arrive back in Alberta carrying a tragic loss. Vinesh Pratap, Global News.
Darlene Ferguson's family is now staying in Cancun as they make plans to return home.
Police have found connections between what at first appeared to be unrelated murders. After a 10-week investigation, 2 people have been charged with murdering both Jesse Lee James and Emmanuel Amoa. Police call the investigation unprecedented, but offer a little more insight into how the killings are connected. Fletcher Kent has more.
This was an unprecedented investigation.
Solving 2 murders doesn't usually lead to a news conference with the police chief. These murders are different because of their similarities.
During the course of the investigation, a number of detectives linked the deaths of 2 homicides.
At around 3 p.m. on September 4th, Jesse Lee James was shot and killed in a southwest Edmonton parking lot. 10 days later, 19-year-old Emmanuel Amoa was discovered dead in a field on the outskirts of town. Now 19-year-old Muhammad Abdullah and a young offender face second-degree murder charges for killing both James and Amoa. 4 others face charges related to one of the killings. Police call this a first.
This investigation was unprecedented in EPS history for the size and scope of our investigative efforts and for the charges it laid. We've never charged 2 individuals for 2 separate murders at the same time.
How the murders are connected? Well, police offer little insight because the case is before the court. Investigators do confirm gang unit officers were among the 60 investigators assigned to the case. There is a drug component, and the killings don't appear to be hits.
If we had evidence specifically that these were targeted killings, then I believe the charges would have been first-degree murder.
As for questions of whether other seemingly unrelated murders connect to these recent arrests,
well, the investigations continue. I'll leave it at that. We have no knowledge of any other specific victims at this time. There may be, but we don't have any evidence of that.
Fletcher Kent, Global News.
There have been 21 murders in Edmonton so far this year.
Police have issued a warrant in connection with the murder of a 73-year-old Edmonton man. 19-year-old Drayton Steinhauer is wanted for second-degree murder in the death of Manfred Giesendorf. Giesendorf was assaulted during a break-and-enter in August and was hospitalized. He died of his injuries last week. Police say Steinhauer is known to hang out in the city core, including Churchill Square. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. Well, charges have now been laid against the owner of 2 dogs after a woman was attacked last week.
The incident took place in the McEwen neighborhood Friday morning. The victim had gone to visit the woman, entered through the back door, and was attacked by 2 dogs. She is still in hospital tonight, suffering from severe but non-life-threatening injuries. Police have charged the owner, Jeremiah Whitman, with criminal negligence causing bodily harm. Animal Control has seized 2 purebred pit bulls in connection with that attack.
The number of homeless people living on Edmonton streets appears to be on the decline. But despite the positive news, there are still thousands in our city without a permanent roof over their heads. Kendra Slugoski reports.
That way. Is Jasper that way? Jasper's that way, yeah. Oh, okay.
October 5th, the crack of dawn. Volunteers hit the streets to find the homeless. A count is done every 2 years, giving the city a picture of just how many people don't have a home.
So a significant reduction from our count 2 years previous.
The 2010 count found 2,421 people without a roof over their heads, compared to more than 3,000 in 2008. It's a 21% drop.
We know that that's not an accurate number in terms of the number of people homeless that day. That's just who we counted.
Shows we're stopping the growth.
The mayor speaks at a conference where Albertans are working to find more ways to tackle homelessness.
I'm upset that we still have 2,400 homeless people in the street, plus or minus depending on the count, but we've stemmed the tide of the ever-increasing growth.
But this year's count is still 3 times higher than the homeless numbers in 1999. Still, the mayor says the city and the 10-year plan to end homelessness is making progress.
We've housed over 1,000 people, probably they say about 1,040 people in the last 15, 16 months, which is about 3 times what we thought we would do.
It's part of the Housing First program, finding permanent homes and backing it up with supports.
In a way, it's easy enough to find housing. It's keeping people in housing.
Like any other social program, more money will be needed.
Because if you're the person who has to wait 10 years before you get housed, that's not a great place to be. And it will take 10 years, but I know we don't live in a world where there are endless resources.
What we need to make sure is that the supports are there and that we don't get overly ambitious about trying to house people too quickly.
Making sure people don't end up back on the streets and part of this count again. Kendra Slagoski, Global News.
The Housing First program is scaling back on its target this year. The plan is to find homes for 500 people.
The future of Edmonton's Indy race could be known very soon. Earlier this month, negotiations between the city and the race promoter broke down, leaving the race in jeopardy. The business community stepped in and offered its help to try to renew talks to save the race. This afternoon, Mayor Stephen Mandel spoke to the Chamber of Commerce and afterward was asked how the negotiations are going.
You know, nothing is insurmountable. If people want to find a common ground, nothing's insurmountable. If people don't want to find a common ground, then everything's insurmountable. So, but I think there's a desire to see this happen. So, we'll see in the next couple of days. I think it's going to be fairly quick. It's not going to be, months. It's going to be a few days.
Now, the mayor wouldn't say a deal is imminent, but believes the negotiations are progressing. Well, I'm sure you've noticed we are looking a little different today.
Just a little bit different, or a lot different.
Yeah.
Global Edmonton is now the very first television station in the city to broadcast our news in high definition. And for people watching on Shaw Digital Cable, that is channel 211. Viewers not with Shaw should call their television service provider to get Global Edmonton in high definition. And for viewers not watching in high def, we hope you're liking our fresh new look on the regular channel because it's quite exciting, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's very fun, very colorful, and you're in high def, Nicola.
Am I?
Yep.
I'm a little concerned that my hair is going to be the highlight. I've been told actually by the crew I have the shiniest hair of all the weather people.
Oh, is that right? Well, there you go. That's
Mike Sobel, I love him, but his hair isn't all that shiny.
Right.
Not now.
So
well, now he's going to do a competition.
So
He'll dye it jet black or something.
Vaseline
if I reflect and it's green, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Less shellac.
Is that what it's all about?
I don't know. We've had a busy day in weather too, with a little bit of rain-snow mix first thing this morning, and we have heavy snowfall warnings for the south of Alberta, also winter storm warnings too. You can see those areas of blue just to the southwest corner of your screen. That in fact is snow. Looks like we're taking a bit of a detour away from Edmonton tonight, but I am not ruling out that we'll see a flurry this evening and a possibility tomorrow as well. -7 at the moment in Fort McMurray, -11 in High Level. We have 21 kilometer-an-hour winds. I'll have a look at your snowfall warnings and your winter storm warnings coming up in a few minutes' time.
We're going low, dropping.
Christmas is on the way. That's a good thing,
yes?
right? Yeah.
It's going to look a lot like that.
It's going to feel a whole lot like that, too. Thanks, Nicola. Is our healthcare system in crisis?
Patients are faced with doctor shortages and long wait times. Tonight in the first part of our series, Condition Critical, we go where cameras usually are not allowed, inside the ER.
And one of Edmonton's oldest charities kicks off its annual Christmas campaign. We're back in 1 minute.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm cooking us a hearty breakfast.
No. What are you doing with that grease?
Well, I'm draining the frying pan.
You shouldn't do that. You'll clog the pipes.
No, I chase it with hot water and soap.
Well, that might get it out of the sink, but it builds up in pipes and sewer lines and can cause sewer backup. Mom uses this can to store grease and this jug to keep used oil. Then you can put them in the garbage.
Oh, I see. So store it, don't pour it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Seth Policicchio, president of ATCO Electric. The Alberta Electric System Operator has determined we need a more reliable transmission system for future growth. We've been directed to find the best solution for a transmission line on the east side of the province. We've talked with more than 5,000 Albertans, and we continue to listen as we prepare our application for approval by the Alberta Utilities Commission. To learn more, please visit atcoelectric.com.
ATCO, serving Alberta communities for almost 100 years.
Won't be long now with the Grey Cup.
That's right.
It's going to be very wintry, and Grey Cup
I think it will
looking
be.
outside there too. Long waits, overcrowded ERs, staff shortages. It's a snapshot of a healthcare system on edge.
And tonight we ask the question, is our province's system in critical condition? First, a look back at important decisions that brought us to this point. Starting in 1994, when then Premier Ralph Klein cut the budgets of Alberta hospitals by almost 18%, as many as 5,000 nurses lost their jobs that same year. And the province backed off plans to close Edmonton's Grey Nuns Hospital after a huge protest. In 1996, the province closed Calgary's Grace Hospital and sold the Holy Cross. And then 2 years later, it blew up Calgary's General Hospital. Acute care beds right across the province would be cut by almost half. And those numbers, of course, tell only part of the story.
Behind the numbers are thousands of people who have fallen through the cracks. People who have waited hours in an ER, weeks for a doctor appointment, and months for a surgery. Tonight, in the first of our week-long series, Condition Critical, we go where cameras usually can't, inside the ER. Vashi Capella joins us now in the studio. And Vashi, there's been a lot of talk about this issue lately.
There sure has, and we actually spoke with some doctors who have told us that the situation, they wrote a letter telling the government things were so bad it was difficult to do their job. In fact, the doctors say that ERs were as crowded in September as they were during the H1N1 pandemic scare. Well, we wanted to take a look for ourselves, and that's where we start tonight.
Hey Pete, strong legs, my friend, all right?
The patient enters the healthcare system right when they pick up the phone and dial 911.
This patient entered the healthcare system after drinking 4 bottles of hairspray. Unable to walk, talk, barely able to move, someone called an ambulance. Fighting traffic, 42 minutes later, the ambulance carrying him arrives at the ER. 2 hours later, he is still waiting to be seen. He's not the only one. One after the other, 8 ambulances are lined up in a queue, waiting to offload patients.
It's multifaceted, and there's no really easy quick fix.
The average offload time, 1 hour and 22 minutes, up 10 minutes from last year. Hours earlier, the same ER is brimming with action, just as full.
It's hurry up and wait is all.
Sick children and adults mix. Over the cries of a baby, Amanda Kostick registers her son, Caden. Kostick has already taken Caden to a Mediclinic. She's here as a last resort.
They thought he was constipated, and that's why he was throwing up. I didn't really trust that judgment too well, so I wanted to bring him here. I've always gotten good treatment.
Same goes for June Solomez.
I'd rather be home in bed.
After having day surgery at the Royal Alec, she's here because of an allergic reaction to the meds she was given.
It would be nice if I could have just went back to the surgery department.
It's obvious the ER is clogged. People who could be somewhere else. Making it hard for frontline workers trying to do their best.
When there's 50 people looking at you, begging you, pleading you for help, with that look of desperation and hope, you know, am I going to be next? And these are people that are suffering, that are cramped in, sometimes without places to sit even, and you know, that breaks my heart.
Fresh out of a major car accident, 17-year-old Desiree Elderkin is among the patients who should be here.
How fast were you going?
Totaled my car and it was kind of traumatic. Here there was more pain traveling down my neck and back.
She doesn't doubt her care will be top-notch.
I definitely feel safe.
And Elderkin is prepared to wait.
It's a waiting room, so you expect it.
The question is, should she have to? And that's a question emergency doctors are set to ask AHS executives themselves on Friday. That's when AHS and the doctors are meeting to come up with some immediate solutions to the problem.
Vashi, what do doctors expect to get out of this meeting?
Well, doctors we spoke with want a solution now instead of later. They want to know who's in charge and really sort of where the buck stops and when a solution might come forward to this problem.
So many people are talking about this right now. Healthcare is the hot button issue.
It definitely is.
Thanks, Vashi.
You're welcome. Now, tomorrow we're going to take a look at why beds throughout different hospital wards, not just the ER, are at such a premium.
And as part of our Condition Critical coverage, the health minister will be joining us in studio for the News Hour on Friday for a live cyber town hall on healthcare. If you have a question for the minister, click on the Condition Critical button on our website and then click on the Ask the Minister link. One of Edmonton's oldest charities kicked off its annual Christmas campaign today.
This is the 70th year of the Christmas Bureau. Every Christmas season, Edmontonians come together to ensure that those less fortunate receive a festive food hamper. Through individual and corporate donations, the Christmas Bureau is able to provide to more than 70,000 Edmontonians. This year, the charity hopes to raise about $1.8 million.
And with Christmas just over a month away, one of our city's biggest holiday events kicked off this past weekend.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
10,000 lights lit up the 70-foot white spruce tree at Churchill Square on Saturday afternoon. Nicola and I were the MCs. The crowd of thousands were entertained by Christmas carolers and Yuletide music for the annual holiday light-up event. Santa Claus helped flip the switch, lighting up the massive tree.
And some lucky Global viewers had a chance to experience the Canadian Finals rodeo behind the scenes. I had the pleasure of taking a group of 30 contest winners backstage at the CFR along with Global's Christina Salvo. The behind-the-scenes tour included a look at the cowboy dressing rooms, livestock holding areas, chutes, and arena, followed by the thrills and spills of the rodeo.
Never been to the rodeo before, so I thought it would be a good experience. And my wife's from a small place in Nova Scotia, so I thought it would be a good experience for both of us.
And after the rodeo, the group wandered over to the Buckle for some live music and dancing at the Edmonton Expo Centre.
And apparently you had such a good time, you actually got on the dance floor, which is shocking to me.
It is, especially when I was considering I wore cowboy boots. It was a blast, and you learn a lot. Did you know that the dirt that they're using in there has been brought in since 1972?
Same dirt.
Same dirt.
Why?
I don't know. It's good dirt, I guess.
Good bit of trivia, though.
And they have to hide it because people will steal it.
Because it's that good of dirt.
Yeah, I said, where do you keep the dirt? They said, we're not telling you.
Okay, well, you had a good time, but I think Nicola and I had a pretty good time, too. Nicola looked at me at one point and she said, it's kind of magical, isn't it?
It really was. That fireworks show was absolutely awesome, and the music was fantastic. And I do think, because I'm down at the CFR, Gord, that is very special dirt. They don't just participate in any old dirt, so there you go. Currently across the country right now, we're actually quite warm in Vancouver and Victoria. 12 degrees there, 11 degrees in Vancouver. It's only 1 degree in Saskatoon. Winnipeg is at -2, Toronto at +7, 0 in St. John's. Across the rest of the country for the forecast tomorrow, Halifax will see a beautiful 11 degrees, 10 degrees in Montreal, Ottawa at around 10. There will be continued snow through Saskatoon and Regina. Kelowna forecast to see snow as well. And coming up next, winter is going to make a big impact for us here on Thursday. It's already happening right now in through southern Alberta, and I'm getting reports that it's snowing at Wabamun at the moment too.
Here we go. I saw a little snow today too. In fact, on my way out of my neighborhood, I did almost a full zoop, so it's starting to get icy out there too.
Yeah, got to watch it on the roads for sure. Thanks, Nicola. An Edmonton area couple is worried a contractor may have taken their money and ran.
They called our troubleshooter for help, hoping to get their $8,000 back.
And a new procedure available in Edmonton claims to melt away fat. But does it really work?
On ET Canada.
I had an amazing time. It was weird and bizarre and lovely.
The best access to the biggest movie. It's ET Canada's Harry Potter Week.
Entertainment Tonight Canada. Tonight at 7 on Global.
Now at Dairy Queen, you can get the chicken strip basket meal for just $5.99. Oh, come on. A super? What can a super do that I can't? Big deal. Ooh, 3D. Let me get my glasses. Okay, that's pretty cool. The amazing chicken strip basket at DQ. White meat seasoned chicken, golden fries, and gravy. All for just $5.99. And finish off with the new DQ Mini Blizzard.
Driving an SUV shouldn't come at the expense of fuel efficiency. The new Hyundai Tucson is the most fuel-efficient non-hybrid SUV. Because we think a vehicle designed for any environment should respect the environment. The Hyundai Tucson.
Girl is on
friends. Together, we can make this holiday one she'll remember. That's why Only People's is the Diamond Store.
Santa's beard is itchy. What's a figgy pudding? All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. I've been a good girl all year.
It's time for Leon's famous Ho Ho Hold the Payments event, the most wonderful sale of the year. Oh, what fun it is to save on beautiful furniture the whole family will enjoy for years to come. And you'll pay absolutely nothing, not even the taxes, for 16 months.
Merry Christmas, Canada.
A young Alberta family doesn't know when they'll be able to move into their new home.
They're still waiting for the kitchen and bathroom cabinets they ordered and paid for months ago. Our troubleshooter Julie Matthews joins us now. Julie, they say getting answers from the contractor has been very difficult.
That's right. The couple is unsure if Castle Construction even ordered the cabinets. The company's office space is vacant and suppliers are also trying to track down the contractor. The Pitch family has a warning for consumers.
Josh and Alicia Topich are excited to move into their new home. There's just one big problem. No cabinets.
We have a new baby, Christmas is coming up, and we just wanted to be in our house.
The couple is doing some work themselves, but hired Castle Construction for the cabinets and granite countertops. They paid $8,000 in August and claimed they were told the cabinets would be ready in 6 to 8 weeks. As their move-in date approached, they became nervous.
Again, I text and phoned him. He never returned any calls or nothing.
They started calling suppliers.
The place in Black Falls that he was supposed to get the cabinets from, they never even heard of them.
The office of Castle Construction is now empty. The landlord says the company was evicted back in September for non-payment of rent, and the landlord is now pursuing legal action to try to recover those costs.
Other companies are also looking to collect from the Camrose contractor.
Just after talking to suppliers, like his granite supplier, they wouldn't even deal with him. So in our quote, we had granite, so we kind of thought, like, where is he going to get the granite from?
The Topiches have now ordered cabinets through a different company and are fighting for a refund from Castle Construction. Owner Kevin Zellweger didn't make himself available for an interview. He says personal problems and tragedy have led to the current state of his company. Zellweger claims he reached an agreement with the Topiches to pay them back through home electronics instead of cash. The couple disputes that and just wants their money back.
We're pretty easygoing people. We're willing to work with them, on a payment schedule.
And they still are. They wish they had called the contractor's suppliers sooner and warned others to check referrals before you hand over the money.
It feels like you have to be a CSI detective to hire someone just to do cabinets, but I guess in the long run, yeah, we definitely learned our lesson.
The Topiches also warned consumers to get cancellation policies and delivery and installation deadlines in writing. In their case, many of the agreements and promises with the contractor were verbal. To lodge a complaint about this or any contractor and to check their licensing, contact Service Alberta at 1-877-427-4088 or visit our website.
All right, thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
And if you have a consumer complaint, call the troubleshooter hotline at 780-433-3232 or send us an email.
And Nicola joins us now, and it sounds like the temperature's just dropping here as the week continues now.
Yeah, it's not going to be nice.
And dropping by a lot.
If it weren't for the new set, I'd be really sad.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of perked me up a little bit because I'm hoping all the fun will kind of distract from the forecast, which is not very good.
It's really not good. Like by Friday, we're going to be in the deep freeze, really.
Yep. I'm going to be back to calculating wind chills and getting everything organized from a winter perspective because temperatures are dropping. Actual temperature, I think I have a -20 in there, you guys. Let's take a peek at some watches and warnings because it's really southern Alberta tonight and for tomorrow that is going to be affected by this Alberta Clipper. So areas close to the foothills under a heavy snowfall warning, and then areas like Calgary, Airdrie, Cochrane, Olds, and all the way to Cypress Hills, we are looking at winter storm warning. So this is heavy snow combined with strong winds, which means blowing snow. Some areas, especially close to the Cypress Hills region, are going to be reduced to visibilities of 0. So if you're planning on traveling in the southeast over the next couple of days, probably not the best plan. And if you're headed tonight to drive through Red Deer, I wouldn't recommend it. Usually the RCMP is issuing advisories. We'll keep you posted on that. if they do advise against travel. And this is why we do have this strong jet stream. This is how usually the clippers are formed. They kind of come over the hill associated with a low in through BC, and then they redevelop and they just slide on down that jet stream, very much like a giant slide, and they form quite seriously and get more intense as they head in through the northern U.S. The radar right now is not too active. However, we are seeing a mix of rain and snow to the south and snow to the south as well. -9 in Red Deer for tomorrow. Calgary got the snow in the forecast, of course, at -8, -11 in high level. And for us tonight, we're keeping that rain-snow mix in the forecast. It is very lightly snowing to our west. Wabamun included in that. Tomorrow morning, a brisk -10, highs of -8 tomorrow afternoon. We should start to see some clearing by late in the day. Tomorrow we drop down to -10, and then here's your 6 days. Read 'em and weep. -12 as a morning low for Wednesday. 60% chance of flurries for Thursday at -13. We do only make it to -13 Friday, -15 Saturday, and then highs of -18 for Sunday, and that's not even factoring in the wind chill. Winds will be most strong for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I can just say, brr, that's cold.
It is one of the latest treatments claiming to melt away fat and cellulite, but without the pain.
It's called Mesoscience. It is now available right here in our city. Linda Nguyen takes a look at how it works.
If life were like magazines, we could Photoshop out our wrinkles and age lines, and cellulite would magically disappear. Unfortunately, it's not that easy.
From what I've tried, I just don't see the results that I'd like to.
Since having 2 kids, 26-year-old Melissa Richards has had a tough time getting rid of her tummy fat. But thanks to a new technology, firming up may be easier than she thought.
It will soften lines and wrinkles. You can get a non-surgical facelift. There's slimming treatments for the body, reduce cellulite, and firming the tissue.
Jillian Khalil is the first spa owner in Edmonton to offer Mesoscience, a treatment that claims to melt away fat and cellulite.
It's based on mesotherapy, which is the action of using needles to get the ingredients to the deeper layers of the skin.
But without the pain. Instead, Mesoscience uses electric currents and other non-invasive technology to achieve similar results, but over a longer period of time.
It's not as instant as using the injections with the needles or getting surgery. Body treatments can take a little bit more time. 10 treatments is generally the minimum, and you may go up from there.
Richards likes the idea of not having to go under the knife.
It was incredibly enticing for me, just because it's a way to achieve those results without the invasive surgery aspect of it.
But not everyone is as optimistic. Dr. Jaggi Rao isn't a fan of the original mesotherapy and has his doubts about this new technology.
Some people, right now it sounds like it's more anecdotal. Some people have had some good success with it. I've had some people tell me that it really doesn't work. I've taken a look at the electrical current theory, and I understand some people do have an effect. I don't know if it's how long that effect is. Sounds like it might be a transient effect.
Rao says it's important to do your research before trying any treatment. Still, for this mother of 2, whether it works or not, a day at the spa is enough to give it a try.
Actually, it feels very relaxing.
Linda Nguyen, Global News.
Treatments range from $55 to $185 per session.
An Ontario mother has been found guilty in a disturbing case.
She's been convicted of murder for drowning her 2 daughters in the midst of a custody battle.
Of this program is brought to you in part by Leon's famous Ho Ho Hold the Payments event. This year, give a gift the whole family will enjoy for years to come.
Get more of the food you love with Chili's new loaded fajitas. We've taken the toppings and flavor to a whole new level, starting at $15.99 from our tender grilled cowboy steak fajitas, stacked with crispy jalapenos and onion strings, to our peppercorn seasoned Santa Fe fajitas, heaped with cherry tomatoes, smoked corn salsa, and fresh avocado. Come in for loaded fajitas at Chili's today. After all, it's all in the preparation. Available at all Edmonton and Calgary locations.
love to keep me warm.
And so we hang on the wind and float round the bend, never coming down again.
What does a family cooped up in a minivan for 5 hours sound like? Depends on the minivan. The all-new Odyssey. Perfect for life.
Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunt, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
This global program is brought to you in part by Manulife Place. Flight of Fancy.
The jury has found an Ontario mother guilty of first-degree murder in the drowning of her 2 young daughters in the midst of a custody battle.
The jury returned the verdict against Elaine Campione after a week of deliberations. Campione admitted she killed her 3-year-old and 19-month-old daughters, but her lawyer had urged the jury to find her criminally not responsible. Minutes after she called police in 2006, the bodies of the 2 girls were found, along with a video she made criticizing her ex-husband. The judge ordered counseling to be provided to the jurors after hearing the troubling facts of the case.
The funeral for a slain Montreal mob boss was interrupted today. Hundreds gathered to pay their final respects to the reputed head of Montreal's mafia, Niccolo Rizzuto. He was gunned down inside his kitchen last week while eating dinner with his wife and their daughter. Police are on high alert at the funeral after a suspicious black package was left on the front stairs of the church. A security perimeter was set up around the entrance, and mourners were asked to show their identification before entering. The package turned out to be a false alarm, though. No arrests have been made in the killing.
The death toll from a high-rise fire in Shanghai has risen to 42. The 28-story building, which was under renovation, housed a number of retired teachers. More than 100 fire trucks responded to the scene. Witnesses say scaffolding caught fire and the flames then quickly spread to the building. Some residents managed to escape by climbing down the scaffolding around the building. More than 90 people were injured.
The Irish government, burdened by debt, said it doesn't need help from the European Union's Emergency Financial Fund. The European Union Commissioner says Ireland will put out a plan to reduce its debt in the next 2 weeks to get its economic house back in order.
I think the Irish government have put forward very concrete steps that they intend to take to get the economy back again.
Quinn believes financial markets will respond with loan funds when it sees Ireland's financial plan.
2 former British hostages enjoyed their second day of freedom today after being freed from Somali pirates. Paul and Rachel Chandler were held for more than a year by Somali gunmen after being hijacked aboard their yacht. The couple was handed over to local officials after a ransom was paid on Sunday. The pirates were demanding up to $7 million ransom, but in the end, about $1 million was handed over. The money was reportedly raised through private donors. The couple was then transferred to the British High Commissioner's office in Kenya before heading home.
An Edmonton developer is making what's old new again.
He's building a new office tower in downtown Edmonton out of a historic building.
This program is brought to you in part by RE/MAX, Canada's favorite agents.
Right now at your Ford store, our smartest, safest, and most fuel-efficient vehicles are attracting a lot of attention. Because during the Ford Right Here, Right Now event, the best-selling brand in Canada now has some pretty impressive offers, like purchase financing as low as 0% APR. Or now get even more in manufacturer rebates, up to $7,500 on select new models. The Right Here, Right Now event ends November 30th, so hurry into your Ford store today.
Spicy mama deal? Yep. Yep. No. Yep. Oh, $1.99 for you. New, sir. Keep moving, baby blue.
Whoa, 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 Ryan. The Spicy Mama deal is for everyone. Jalapeno cheese, chipotle sauce, spicy Mama burger.
Oh, okay, sure. So like that?
Like that. Yeah. And like that.
I'm not getting it.
Okay, everyone. Thank you.
The Spicy Mama Burger, only $1.99 at A&W.
So I got a new phone today.
Oh, really?
It's the HTC Desire Z. It's way faster than yours.
You know, everything doesn't have to be a competition. Oh, my side is way better.
You need this, don't you?
The new HTC Desire Z. With download speeds of up to 14.4 megabits per second, this just might be the fastest smartphone ever.
Thanks for holding. How can I help you?
Hi. I think I just won. I won. It can't be. You hope for this day, but you never think it's gonna. I think it just has. I won Lotto 649.
Okay, calling the lottery office was a good place to start.
The next Lotto 649 jackpot is $20 million.
Today, I'd like you to meet Terry Noggle from Truro, Nova Scotia. Be glad you're meeting him here and not in traffic. He slammed his car into a parked SUV, took off running, but the Mounties found him not far away at a gas station. The arrest report says he stunk of alcohol and was slurring his words. At 52, this guy has 68 criminal convictions, 22 of them for impaired driving. When he crashed his car, Terry was already banned from driving for life and had been ordered to submit a DNA sample. 22 drunk driving convictions. He's been to jail 5 times. Could someone please tell me what he was doing out on the street? 22 times he could have killed someone, and they right back into society where cars are available everywhere. This time the light finally went on in some courtroom and he got 8 years in prison. Would you believe the guy is appealing? He says the judge was too harsh because he never killed anyone. You know, as ugly as that sounds, he may have a point. In Edmonton, drunk drivers have killed and they didn't even go to jail. I'm Bob Layton.
A new office tower is planned for downtown Edmonton, but it's not what you might think.
As Vinesh Pratap reports, the goal is to make something old new again.
In March 2009, fire threatened to leave a piece of Edmonton's heritage in ruins. At the time of this arson, the Kelly Ramsey building was owned by Worthington Properties, but soon developer John Day stepped in, buying it from creditors for $4 million.
It was, you know, a sad thing to see because I think everybody's pretty shocked to see it, and a pretty iconic building in a very iconic location.
In trying to figure out ways to preserve the past, a number of challenges came up. The 3rd and 4th floors are gutted in the area where the fire started.
What you can't really tell from looking at it is there's 4 to 5 feet different levels on the floor plates.
Between the two buildings?
Between the two. Okay. So to just renovate it a bit and have people move in up there, it's not going to work.
That's why the plan is to have Kelly Ramsey torn down. But the promise, the history won't be lost. The limestone and the bricks and other architectural details will be taken down, catalogued and restored, a costly process.
Once we take them all down, we take them on site, we build the new building, and we put it all back.
This is what is planned, not seen, an underground parkade, something needed to attract tenants. The building itself will maintain the original character of Kelly Ramsey with storefront retail. There will be one significant addition though, 2 more floors made of glass and steel.
Really as a complementary contrast, if we could put it like that, to say the historic part is very important, and the new part of it is going to be that little bit of a beacon at the top of the building which lights up the downtown.
The developer is applying to have the building designated a historic municipal resource. Negotiations are underway about the amount of public dollars that will go towards the rebuilding. Will the city be comfortable to label it a historic resource, considering it is a deconstruction reconstruction?
Yes, it would be comfortable to do that because majority of the written materials are there. We're talking brick, the stone, and the design, the character, all that would be left.
I think it's a great opportunity for our firm to participate in that it strengthens who we are as a city and maintains some of our heritage identity.
The rebuilding won't start until at least 2 to 3 floors are leased, but for John Day, the Kelly Ramsey building is not exclusively about making money.
What made me want to buy the building is it's a great location. It's a beautiful facade. Edmonton has precious little historical buildings, really.
Vinesh Pratap, Global News.
That really is a beautiful building. I'm glad to see that they're finding a way to keep
Great
it
idea.
and make it old and new at the same time.
Absolutely. 2 weeks till the Grey Cup.
Yes,
We're getting
exciting.
isn't it sneaking up?
Just as the weather starts going.
So hopefully it warms up for a couple weeks. But we've got Grey Cup tickets to give away all week. Yeah, we're going to do it all week long.
At Dairy Queen, you can get the chicken strip basket meal for just $5.99. Oh, come on. A super? What can a super do that I can't? Okay, that's pretty cool. The chicken strip basket at DQ, just $5.99.
You hear that? It's the call of the wild. That indescribable thing that makes you want to answer. Because the power of my Jeep Wrangler isn't only under the hood. It's in me. I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
When I think of Angus Watt, I mean, I would describe him as very personable, friendly, energetic.
Very professional, very competent.
I rate the Angus Watt team as first class. There's one word, and it's trust.
Invest in the experience.
So I got a new phone today.
Oh, really?
It's the HTC Desire Z. It's way faster than yours.
You know, everything doesn't have to be a competition. Well, my side is way better.
You need this, don't you?
The new HTC Desire Z. With download speeds of up to 14.4 megabits per second, this just might be the fastest smartphone ever.
Hi, I'm Seth Policicchio, president of ATCO Electric. The Alberta Electric System Operator has determined we need a more reliable transmission system for future growth. We've been directed to find the best solution for a transmission line on the east side of the province. We've talked with more than 5,000 Albertans, and we continue to listen as we prepare our application for approval by the Alberta Utilities Commission. To learn more, please visit atcoelectric.com.
ATCO, serving Alberta communities for almost 100 years.
You were not kidding about the good seats.
And we didn't have to bring a thermos.
Better yet, we get the fancy hot chocolate.
It's chocolate time at Tim Hortons. Try our new Hot Chocolate Supreme with added chocolate syrup and whipped topping for just $1.89 for a limited time. Or indulge in our new triple chocolate donut.
Say yes to savings. Say yes to savings. Now I want you to fall into this pile of money. Oh yeah!
Say yes to savings by switching to Canadian Direct.
Closed captioning of this global program is brought to you in part by 780 Wheels. With over 2,000 wheels in stock, we're now available for all your winter tire needs.
Well, it's kind of like the sucker punch I guess everybody's talking about with Sean Avery.
Yeah, you're right, and what it's doing too, the Oilers have been playing so poorly, and they had another bad game, so it's sort of taking away from, it's masking the bigger problem.
Boy, who wasn't fighting in that game?
It was a pretty wild one, but yeah, NHL disciplinarian Colin Campbell is on the hot seat for a string of emails that appeared on a hockey website. The emails create concerns about Campbell's impartiality. Unrelated to those emails, how did Campbell decide to deal with the incident yesterday between the Oilers and Rangers? And to no one's surprise, Sean Avery is at the center of the controversy. It started when Avery delivered a heavy hit on Colin Fraser. Ladislav Schmid disapproved and challenged Avery to a fight. Avery declined, but fired back with a sucker punch, dropping the Oilers defenseman. That set off a serious brawl. 124 minutes and penalties were handed out because of that brawl, including 4 ejections. Theo Peckham received 27 minutes and penalties for his part up in the punch-up. Schmid suffered a head injury from the sucker punch, so Peckham wanted a piece of Avery.
I kind of let my emotions get the best of me, and I wanted to send a message, and I might have went about it the wrong way, but I mean, it's tough when you see a guy that battles as hard as Smeater does. He's always there for you, you know, needing help off the ice by one of the trainers, and then, you know, look over and he's laughing at your bench, and I just didn't take that too well. And
I mean, he had his chance fair and square, and I'm not saying he has to fight, but could have said no, which he did, and skate away, and that's the end of it. Instead, he says no and then decides to jump him. So, in my eyes, it's a sucker punch, and Laddie was half ready for it, and it's unacceptable.
As it turns out, Campbell did not hand out any suspensions, just an undisclosed fine to the Rangers' Brandon Dubinsky, who grabbed Fraser from the bench. Peckham did not finish practice today. He suffered a hand injury during a second-period collision yesterday. He assured reporters that it had nothing to do with the scrap. Schmid was not at practice, period. He was wobbled by the sucker punch and suffered a head injury. The Oilers are not calling it a concussion, but caution he could miss the next game.
Steve McIntyre and Derek Boogaard fighting for the second time.
Before the big brawl broke out, a couple of big men brawled out twice. Steve McIntyre and Derek Boogaard, 2 mammoth men. Boogaard got the decision in round 1. McIntyre held his own in round 2. NHL enforcers abide by their own set of rules or code, and McIntyre will definitely remember what Avery did.
I won't ever forget it, and if I ever get a chance, you know, hopefully I can get him in the trolley tracks and run over him. You know, that's the only thing I could do.
The Oilers do not play the Rangers again this season. By the way, the Oilers suffered an 8-2 loss yesterday in New York, so they finished their 5-game road trip with a 1-3-1 record. They also allowed 26 goals during the trek. So yesterday's brawl was a good distraction for a team that has lost 12 of its last 14 games and is dead last in the West. The problems are plentiful and the solutions seem tangible.
We're not mentally in games right now and doing the things that we need to do to be successful. I mean, we got a 2-1 lead in the second period on the road, and it's been a pretty tough building. And you know, we immediately come out in the next 4 or 5 shifts, play like we're down by 2 goals, and we're taking chances at the lines, giving up odd man rushes, and we're not physical enough in our own zone, and we're not physical enough in the offense zone either, going to the tough areas to get goals, and that's where all the goals are being scored around the league. So, you know, it's a combination of a lot of things right now.
We're not going to fluff it up. We've got ourselves into a bind here with respect to how we choose to defend the game. You know, our penalty kill has been less than adequate this year. Our power play in the middle of the pack needs to be better to help keep us in games. Beyond that, we've got to make sure, as we alluded to earlier, that we're more prepared to be proactive, you know, as a team.
The Oilers are back in action on Wednesday when they host the Chicago Blackhawks. Division finals are set in the CFL. It's the Argos and Als, Riders and Stampeders. Saskatchewan won a thriller over the Lions yesterday. 2 million viewers watched the overtime between the Riders and BC, making it the most watched division semifinal game ever. Jason Claremont scored the game-winning TD for Saskatchewan. It was the Regina native's first major of the season against his ex-team. Global Edmonton is the official television station of the 2010 Grey Cup Festival, and we are excited to present our Tailgate Party contest. This week, watch for our daily Grey Cup code word. Each day, we will give away 2 tickets to the Grey Cup and 2 tickets to the sold-out Boston Pizza Indoor Tailgate Party. Today's Grey Cup code word is gridiron. Enter your name along with today's Grey Cup code word on globaltvedmonton.com and watch again all week long for more chances to win. How about the ending in yesterday's Houston-Jacksonville NFL game? The announcers were just a little jacked up.
Mike Sims, Walker, knocked down.
Oh, Jacksonville wins it on a Hail Mary tipped right into the arms of the receiver. What a play. And Northland's cleanup crews were busy sprucing up Rexall Place this afternoon. Remember, it's been basically a barn for the past week or so. Less than 24 hours after another successful Canadian finals rodeo wrapped up, the place was looking as good as new again. An amazing transformation. Maintenance workers were also getting set to install new ice.
Word says the dirt's the same dirt since the 70s. Why would that be?
I don't know.
Good dirt's hard to find.
I suppose so, yeah.
It's funny when they put the new ice in, they want people to skate on it. So in the next few days, people will go into Rexall just to kind of work.
Just the public?
Well, yeah, just to kind of work the ice because it's maybe too brittle if the orders for Wednesday's game. So they try to get.
That's tough taking it in.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast they work.
Oh,
it's really something.
all around the clock.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Kev.
Thanks, Kevin.
Well, a radio DJ in England has broken an unusual world record.
It was for the longest radio broadcast underwater.
I heard that's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's fabulous. Plus,
It's free of charge. It's on us. All day long.
What did he just say?
he said,
it means 5.
That sounds like a good deal.
Actually, it sounds absolutely amazing.
Find out what everyone's talking about. Try McDonald's small premium roast coffee free all day, November 15th to 28th.
At CIBC, our employees work every day to help our clients achieve what matters most to them. And for over 140 years, we have been there for Canadians, helping them buy their first homes, helping them grow their businesses, and providing them with retirement advice. Because what matters to our clients matters to all of us at CIBC.
What does a family cooped up in a minivan for 5 hours sound like? Depends on the minivan. The all-new Odyssey. Perfect for life.
You don't know how good you have it. When I was a kid, we didn't have HD PVRs and on-demand TV. You had to watch a show when it was on. And the picture is just awesome. And that, to pause live TV. That was like
science fiction. I know, Dad. You say this every time we watch TV.
But it's just so amazing.
Are you crying?
No, allergies.
Change the way you watch TV with Bell.
I couldn't believe it when Canon asked me to trade my old camera for the Rebel T2i. I'm not a professional photographer, but it was actually simple. It took great photos, had a continuous shooting function, and shot full HD video with sound. I was amazed with everything the Rebel could do. So was my husband. We also couldn't believe this entire commercial was shot with the Canon Rebel T2i.
McEwen's Faculty of Health and Community Studies. We have a program for that.
Well, an amateur radio DJ from the United Kingdom broke a world record over the weekend.
It was for the longest underwater radio broadcast.
Get off with the requests now. I've got some great requests today, and we're going to start it off.
Can't understand her, but Maria Holland performed her usual weekly radio show from under 19.5 feet of water on Saturday. She was in a massive indoor tank. Holland works as a teacher during the week and has only been diving for about a year. She clocked in at 4 hours, 4 minutes, and 23 seconds of on-air time underwater. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, not
like
sure
a David
why.
Copperfield, you don't find that interesting?
Not well.
Not really, no.
You can't understand, like you said.
What about the forecast? You'll find this interesting.
Yeah, you can do this underwater.
You're going to have to be digging yourself out. Not swimming, though, shoveling.
No, shoveling.
-8 for a high tomorrow. We do have a slight chance of flurries through the overnight here and for tomorrow morning. Wednesday, flurries late in the day. Thursday, kind of a snow event, -15 to -13. And we do have winds that day as well, right out of the east at 25 kilometers an hour. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, lots of sun and temperatures down to -20.
Yikes. How much
for
snow
Sunday
do you think
morning.
we'll get?
Oh, maybe 3 to 5 centimeters. But it's probably going to stick around now.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So this is it.
Thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Now, Entertainment Tonight Canada, part of the most watched entertainment news franchise in the world.
Jessica Simpson ready to try marriage for a second time.
Then, Oksana books a TV tell-all.
And did John Travolta rush home from overseas for the birth of his baby?